Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Buffalo Bulls, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bulls will put total leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's high. He's brought down at the 16. To the 6. They're off to take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll give it to the back. Slams into the pile, he'll get... Ball carry 17.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. Sometimes just punt the ball. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Hines. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run game coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Looking to throw at Shager. It's complete to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. Snowed under by the defense.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, Not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I can be physical and really make him feel me. I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
Third and goal from way back there. Looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Warrior. He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Agbana. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab well past the sticks. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is ready to give them a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw it again. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Bringing it back. The 30. At the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Rainbow Warrior. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Might be looking to run. He'll let one go down the right side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's going to pass. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The back goes in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Henderson. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They are perfect on 4th down so far in the 1st half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
And as he throws, can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was...
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. They went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hines. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
This is why, during the week, during practice, quarterbacks wear green jerseys. They don't get hit. We're not allowed to hit in practice. We get in trouble if we hit in practice. Not probably one of the reasons why he coughs up the football.
The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity.
Touchdown Bulls. A great catch and run for 6. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out. It's Hines. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contained.
Fires into traffic, picked off.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field, but he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Dances away from the heat. Lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Agbana. Pressure coming. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, going to the air. Fires it down the seam. Touchdown, Buffalo! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Hawaii, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Hines. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Touchdown, Buffalo. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There it is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense. You study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll bring it out. It's Hines. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. The run from the shotgun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Turns it on in midfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Unloads it left. It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Fires left. And his throw is incomplete. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Wants to throw. It's Shager. Coming after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. A shot toward the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Hawaii. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Henderson. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He leaves it with his back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And sticking to the run. If they would, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Looking downfield, it's Agbana. Tight end finds a soft spot. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open back.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. Motion from the offense. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Fourth down is just another down to these guys. A perfect 4 for 4 so far. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking for room. It's Sims. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. To the air, it's Shager. Lofts one high and deep. Snags it down the right side. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Rainbow Warriors will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
They'll throw it on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. The Bulls are on the move. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all this stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Big, tall receiver. Figure the quarterback has an easy target. Not this time. Missed it badly.
And a lot of those big guys, they don't necessarily, some of them do, some of them are freak shows, but a lot of those big guys don't run great all the time, and you want to get physical and disrupt those routes and disrupt that timing. You could tell the timing was a little bit off on that one.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Dropping back, it's Agbara. A strike downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Bulls are in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking off. The aerial assault continues. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Gets it out quickly. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Touchdown, Buffalo! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held him so many times, and, man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality, and they pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hines. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
Complete downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To throw, it's Shager. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a man. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Makes the catch. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving. He just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Touchdown, Hawaii! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He's back to throw on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On third down, he drops to throw. Finds a man on the left. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Bulls are on the move. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Got it behind the line. It's Henderson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Smashes through. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Bulls moving quickly to the line. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. On fourth down, looking to pass. Trying to get to it. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming.
Buffalo, 42. Hawaii, 28.
First down to start the drive after the break. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Scanning the field, it's Shager. Skips away from pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a catch at the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Warriors! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here.
He's off to the races. The 40, the 30. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. After almost housing it from deep, they'll try to finish the deal from the red zone. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps him.
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Feeling some heat. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. And the Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up. Movement here from the tight end. On second and goal, he carries again. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Caught the defense offside. That penalty obviously will be declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Coming out with it, it's Hines. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the offense on first down. Back to throw, it's Shager. Got him downfield. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's high. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Looking for a man. It's Shager. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Hawaii. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Wide receiver shows motion. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. That's reeled in. It's Henderson. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Quarterback checking the play. Wide out in motion. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to throw, it's Agbana. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third down, going up top. Now improvising. Pocket starts to collapse. In a world of trouble and not making it any better. And down he goes. A terrible sack taken by this quarterback. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jason.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not. Down as he stopped at the 18. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll go back to the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He's going to pass on second down.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Broncos with the 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuck on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you can you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay. If they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw on them.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing the big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up for it.
They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Concepcion. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick release on the RPO. Touchdown, Broncos! What a grab and go for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14, NC State, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
NC State going up tempo. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The give to the left. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. 4th down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got it past the marker. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And such a blown opportunity for the offense because on fourth down, they had enough yards to pick up the first, keep the drive going, but he puts it on the ground. Defense jumps on it, and that is a massive turnover.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll go right back to him. At the 35, he's loose. Off he goes. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Boise State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. They're just about ready to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
Looking to pass, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Running back goes in motion. Going up top on first down. Getting some heat. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Grimes. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is... And down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end.
21, NC State 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. He's looking downfield to throw. Unleashes one deep. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Now they'll run it to the right here. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
You've got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got rid of it just in time.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Pressure coming. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Line gets set, first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. After misfiring, it's second down. To the air, it's Bailey. Dances away to buy time. Got his man downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. NC State quick to the line. With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Gaines. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Broncos are rolling down the field. They're going to throw it again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
He wants to pass it on second down. Looking left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. It was a better play there by the defense.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Open space at the 25. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No sir, no mas, get it together.
Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. An 84-yard drive there, and it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. The corners are walked up tight. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the...
Touchdown Broncos! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. He tries to take the top off. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big time play, big time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. From the gun. Coming after it. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the two, and they will draw no closer here. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
NC State 13.
He'll bring it out. It's Gaines. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Going up top. And he intercepts it. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Trying to get to him. Going to try to get it himself. Knocked off his feet. NC State going up tempo. On second down, looking again to throw. Feeling, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Great play by the defense there. Listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Pulls it in. It's Genty. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. DB's right up on the receivers. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Pocket starts to collapse. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Getting some heat. He makes the connection. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to find his man on first down. That's caught. It's Grimes. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And
it's picked off for the fourth time today. Touchdown, Broncos! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense set for a first down play. Dropping back, it's Bailey. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
They're trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Pressure coming. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Broncos want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man in the middle. And he's running in. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. And the route is on. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Moving away from pressure. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over, because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Shoots it to the left. He's got him and they convert. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 20. Inside the 10. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
These RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Coming after him. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
The 2-point deficit is no good.
That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Defense looks like they're coming. They'll go to the ground. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Slips a tackle. Quarterback now breaking the field. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally catch up to it, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Throws for the tight end. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. They move the tight end all over. The running back has it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense in press coverage. On 2nd down, wants to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Broncos will try to convert on 4th down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you gotta have it. You gotta be on the same page, and they were there.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Touchdown Broncos! And the pummeling has started. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be
What a snag by the defense. Gets away from one, finds room. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
all over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense will.
Touchdown, Broncos! And the beatdown has ensued.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Bailey. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack.
Boise State 63, NC State 19.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. And that pass intercepted.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. This time on target. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it.
Throws toward the end zone. Got it. Touchdown, Boise State! And the stomping has commenced.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
And the NC State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
This defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Going over the top. And he throws another interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job